morning. We're here at the Mother Earth News Fair. I'm Melissa Cahy. I'm the author of A Kid's Guide to Keeping Chickens, and I also write the blog Tilly's Nest. And I'm here with Dr. Patrick Biggs from Purina Poultry.
Yes.
And I'll let you introduce yourself,
Yes.
Patrick.
All right, so I'm Patrick Biggs. I'm with Purina Animal Nutrition. I'm the flock nutritionist for Purina Animal Nutrition.
Right, and we've gotten to know each other over the past few years because I started working with Purina when I decided to switch my feed over to organic.
Right.
And that has been a really great experience. But today we're not talking about feed, that's later.
Right.
We're going to talk about today the teenage years of chickens.
All right.
And this usually happens about 6 weeks of age, and it lasts, I'd say, till about 15, 16 weeks.
Right.
And it's kind of that funny, awkward stage where they're not cute little chicks, and they're not quite adults yet.
They're not quite adults. They're at that point we start to call them pullets.
Yes.
They kind of make that transition from chick to pullet.
Yes.
You're going to notice around 6 weeks, well, maybe their feathers are going to start to change. They've kind of gone through that. Their pin feathers, their young, fluffy, cute feathers are falling out, and those new feathers are coming in. Their adult feathers are coming in at that point.
They're going to go through some molting, losing those feathers and replacing them.
Right. And then at 6 weeks of age, they're usually 6 weeks. They're feathered well enough that they can actually start to go outside. So at 6 weeks. You can start to think about moving them from your brooder area into the coop area. That's really going to be dependent on the temperature in your area.
In the 60s, right? 60s?
We want to make sure that it stays above 60 degrees. They are feathered enough where you can put them out, but they need a little adjustment period. Don't just take them from your nice 60, 70 degree house and then throw them outside in 30-degree weather and expect things to go perfectly.
Wish we could kind of do that with our teenagers, in human teenagers, right?
Right.
I mean, but it's kind of great. They're ready at 6 weeks to go outside because they grow really rapidly.
Right.
So when we're transitioning them to the brooder and to the coop, we also want to be careful that they get to know their way around, so putting the feeders and waterers outside in the run. Right,
put them outside in the run. Make sure when you do move them from that brooder to the coop and run area that you show them, give them the tour.
Right.
Take them around, show them where things are, show them where the water is, make sure they know where the water is, make sure they know where the feed is. Make sure that they can go out, know they can go out into the run or go into the coop and transition back and forth. So don't just dump them and run.
And no free ranging. No free ranging for the first couple weeks because they want to know where home is. If you left that door open, bye-bye chickens, right?
Right, yeah, you get to know. And then, you know, even though they're 6 weeks and they're feathered enough, they're still fairly susceptible to predation. So if you are going to let them out, make sure you're standing there watching them. Don't just kick them out the door at 6 weeks and hope for the best because it's probably going to end poorly for them.
Right.
As there are lots of predators that you probably don't realize are in the area, but when you put chickens out in your yard, you're going to find out which animals, wild animals you have nearby.
Right. And they will come back. That's the scary part.
Right.
Once they know that you have a breach in security with your chickens, they'll come back.
Right. Yeah, and then as far as feed goes, from 6 to 16 weeks, you're really going to still feed them that starter feed that they've been on when you started them. Around 16 weeks, you need to start thinking about the layer feed that you're going to provide them, because it's around 18 weeks is typically when they start laying eggs.
Right.
Some breeds may start a little sooner, some might take a little longer, but at 18 weeks, that's your cutoff. Start putting them on a layer feed. That extra calcium and the nutrients there is going to help stimulate them and get them ready to start laying eggs.
Right.
However, if they do lay eggs, if you start seeing eggs around 16 weeks, then go ahead and make that transition to layer feed at that point because those birds are ready to start laying eggs.
They're ready, and they're ready for that nutrition to optimize egg laying and their overall health.
Right.
Because the healthier your chickens are and the better quality of the feed, the more eggs and the more abundant they're going to have, as well as their lifespan.
Right. Right, and so we want those nice strong shells and good quality eggs.
Okay.